Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Jolene and I'm the author of the Glory MC series, the Moonrise Beach series, and the new Heartbreaker series. So now that we are moving into the second quarter of the year, I do want to do a little planner update of my entire system. Things have changed a little bit. I'm still pretty much using the same planners. I may just be tweaking how I'm using it. You guys watched my first 2023 planner lineup. You guys know that I was using a lot of different planners, rings, Hobonichi planners, moleskin. I was in TNs also, and I still am going to be using those planners, but for very different things. And so for this lineup here that you're going to see today, I have tried to kind of minimize the amount of planners that I'm going to be using. And I'm also going to be tweaking what I use each section of these planners for, so that I don't have to have so many planners. So I still have quite a bit of planners here. I do have two businesses. I am a romance author. That is my main kind of like day job. But I do also have my planner sticker shop, which is also called Jolene. So those two businesses definitely keep me busy. And then there are some things that are more personal that I also want to keep track of, like finance and health. So you'll see me introduce those planners in this video too. But let me get started. I think I'll start with the biggest planner first, and then we'll move on to some of the smaller ones, and then also the kind of new additions that I'm going to be adding to my system. Hopefully by the end of this video, you'll kind of understand why I need these many planners and what I'm using each for, and it'll all make sense to you. So let's start with my memory planner. Guys, this is a planner that I don't think will ever change. This is what I do my memory planning in. This is an Auristell A5 wide. This is one of the Leopard Luxe covers. It's the pink paw one. This one has like a cute leopard pattern on it. I really love it. And if you guys watch my Sunday videos, those are always my memory planner videos. So I do these spreads here. So this is what I do every weekend as kind of like a self-care activity. I memory plan my entire week using these stickers. All of these kits that you see here are from my shop. And if you guys are interested in seeing me memory plan, tune in every Sunday. That's when I upload these videos. So I have been doing this style of memory planning for 3 years now. This is actually my third year, and as you guys can see, I have been able to keep up with it for all 3 years. I do this every single weekend, and it's just really been nice to reflect on my week. I can play with stickers as well, and yeah, it's really nice. I love looking back on this every year. You can see my previous year flip throughs that I've done if you guys are interested, but like I said, I do have every single one of these spreads filmed. So if there's a particular spread that you're interested in, check out my videos. So yeah, this is everything until this week where I use this kit, and I don't see this changing. I do have a video where I have set this planner up, but I do have my memory spreads in here. I do have my kit tracker here at the back. And then I just have some collections. So these are some lists of some stickers that I own and some inserts and things like that. So these are just my 2-column list inserts from my shop. All of these inserts are printables and they're from my shop. So you guys can use the code SAVE10 to save 10% off, and you can also use that on the stickers as well. But yeah, these are all of the lists that I keep in here. And then I have a work section at the very back. So again, I have a video going through each section. So check out that one. But this is a system that I absolutely love, and I will definitely continue until the next year. So this is my first one. It's my memory planner, my all-time favorite planner to flip through because of all the beautiful spreads. So that one is staying. It's not going to change for sure. Let's move on to what I'm going to be using now as my shop planner. So in my first planner lineup, I was thinking of using a standard size TN from Traveler's Notebook. I had some inserts in there that were hourly and I thought it would work, but I have shelved that for now. I think that having it in a TN was a bad choice because I do need it to lay flat, and with TNs, as you guys know, you do need some sort of clip or something to hold it open. So that was kind of getting on my nerves. Instead, I started using my Hobonichi Cousin. So this is my Hobonichi Cousin setup. I do quite a lot of videos on this guy. I just moved into this one for springtime. This is an Oristel cover. It's from the Arie line. I like it because it has the little scallops there, which you guys know I love. They match the inserts from my shop. And I have the full year Hobonichi in here, as you guys can see. It's only like the end of March and it's so big. So I think if I'm going to get another Hobonichi and if I'm going to sticker it up like this, I will have to get the Avec next year, so that is something to remember. I did quite a few Plan With Me's in my weekly section, so if you guys want to see me set up my week and know how I use this section, then check out those videos. I'm using the Hobonichi Cousin kits from my shop in here, and they are working really well. In this weekly section, I basically use it as a memory planner for my shop. So when I go to the post office, when I go to Chit Chats, when I have releases, I mark that down. And I also mark down what collection or items in the shop that I'm making. So that is really helpful for me. I also keep track of any shop deliveries that come in, any swaps that I do. Those kind of things go in this planner. I also have the monthly section, which you guys know I have also done setup videos on these. This is just a quick overview of everything that I have going on for both my businesses, so my writing business as an author and also shop. So I think what I might do is actually utilize the perpetual calendar here. I actually didn't use it yet in the first quarter, but I think I might go back and use this to just keep track of the shop releases that I have in my shop, just so that they don't clog up my monthlies here, because if I do that, I think Mondays and Fridays would just be too full. As you guys can see, like I wouldn't have space to write it in on some of these days because I already have a lot going on. So having the two overlooks of the month might be better for me. So this is how I have been utilizing the monthlies, and then the dailies are project pages. So I have a little dashboard title page for each month. These are using the journaling kits from my shop, and then I do take the journaling quote card from my printable journaling prompts in my shop, just so that I have a pretty quote to look at for the month. And then these vellums, every vellum that I have in here is also from my shop. You guys can purchase them as digitals. You can print them out on vellum, on cardstock, anything you want. So again, those are in my shop. I can do a quick flip through. As you guys can see here, I just have a list of goals that I want to do. Here I have a list of the collections that I've designed. I've been doing these kind of trackers to keep track of the YouTube videos that I film in a month, and then I just check off when I film, edit, upload, and make a thumbnail. These are some video ideas. These are the books that I read this month. I also have these tip-ins. These are from the winter journaling prompt set from my shop. So I have a winter morning routine here. And then I also have an evening one. And these are some bundles that I want to make for my shop. So everything here is just some lists of things I want to create for my shop and things like that. And then also I have these journaling prompts. I do one or two of these each month. So for January, I did them for personal growth, and this is a printable set that you can purchase from my shop. It comes with 6 cards. 3 of the cards have the journaling prompts, and you get 10 per card, so that is enough for 30 days. Also, you get a quote card and a positive affirmation card and things like that that pertain to whatever theme you purchase. So as you guys can see here, I have been journaling some more in these sections. What I do is I check them off as I do them, and then after I'm done all of them, I just tip them in. So I have a bunch of those in there. I have some affirmations in here as well, some quotes. Here's some more journaling. So anytime I finish them, I just tip them in with some washi tape. This is a list of some kits that I wanted to design, so I just made a chart so I can keep track of my progress. So for example, whether I designed it, made the cut files, print and cut it, made the listing covers, uploaded it to my website, and then if I did a new release video. So just things like that. Moving on to February, again, I have another little title page here with one of the journaling cards from my shop. I have another vellum from my shop, and again, same thing pretty much. I have a list of goals, my video tracker, some videos I want to film. These are some ideas for my shop that I want to do, and then some fashion girl ideas. Again, a list of my collections, books that I read this month, and then I do have a list of the new releases that I released this month. So for example, I released some new doodle icons. I swapped with a few shops for my anniversary, and then also the pink planner sale that I took part in. So I have a list of those shops there, and also the tiered freebie system that I offered for those sales. And then these are all journaling once again. So I have been really loving this planner. I feel like I use more often now that I've started journaling in it with these journaling prompts. I fell off of journaling last year when my mom passed away. It was just really hard for me to get my thoughts down on paper because they were so dark. But I really wanted to get back into journaling in 2023, and I think having these journaling prompts have really helped me. It just gives me something to think about and to write about, so I have been really liking that system. And I do have other journals that I use, so I will do an update on my journal system as well in another video. But I really like it. As you guys can see, each page is decorated lightly, and these are all using the journaling kits from my shop. So I have a bunch of them, and you guys can see that they come with like little weekday scripts, so I like to have that on the page somewhere as well. So yeah, just a lot of journaling here. You can see this month I actually did 2 journaling prompt sets. So I did the 30-day challenge, but I also wanted to do the journal prompts for a cozy winter. So you get 10 extra prompts in this set. So I wanted to do that. So that's what I did here. And then at the end of the month, it comes with one of these month in review. So you have 10 questions here just to reflect on the previous month and then get ready for the next month. So I did some of that in here. And then we're into March here. Again, this is another vellum. This is the Sage Floral vellum from my shop. And then I have another quote card and some stickers from the journaling kit from my shop. And again, I've been actually putting these calendars. These are from the calendar card set. I have 2 sets. I have the 4 seasons, which features seasonal artwork, and then I have the floral set. So I chose the floral set for this planner because it matches the sticker kit that I use, and I just use this as a no-spend calendar. But again, I have a list of videos I want to film. These are my goals, some of the collections that I've made, and some of the videos I filmed so far, and things like that. I am working on some new journaling prompts, so those are coming to the shop soon. These are a list of books that I have to read by a certain deadline because I need to review them and things like that, and these are the books that I have already finished reading this month. So that is how I've been utilizing this. Like I said, it's mostly shop stuff in there, and then a little bit of journaling with my journaling prompts. So yeah, this is not going to change. I really love this planner. It's very functional for me. I think next year though I will get the Avec if I do plan on stickering it up, because I do now sticker up the dailies quite a bit. It's getting pretty chunky, so if I want to continue this level of stickering, I think the Avec will be better for me next year, but I will definitely be utilizing the Cousin. Now let's move on to the next A5 size planner here. So this is again another Auristelle cover. This is the Magical Cloud in the caramel color, and I actually discovered that this planner cover fits my A5 Daily Duo. Now if you're trying to fit the A5 Daily Duo in this style of cover, like the airy with which only has this clasp, it's not going to fit. It can only fit in the planner covers that have this scallop style of clasp, because as you guys can see, it actually only covers up to here. So you do need this part to cover it, if you guys know what I mean. So that is just something that I've discovered. So I really like that I have a cover now for the A5 size. Erin Condren do have cover folios that fit the larger planners. So the 7x9, I have that one too, but I didn't have one for my A5. So I found this one and it works perfectly. I just tuck it in like this, and this is my daily work planner. So I don't show this planner all too often anymore. I did do a flip through of my completed first book. This book actually goes from January to June, and I did do a flip through of my June to December 2022. So if you guys want to see that, you guys can check it out on my channel. I just uploaded that actually a couple of days ago. But this is the second half of the books, and I do have it as a spiral bound. I think we can start purchasing the new ones very soon. I think that starts in April or May. So I think I will get another one. I really like this planner. It's very, very structured. So if I don't have time to put down stickers, I can still use it, which I really like. The reason why I have this planner and then also the Hobonichi Cousin is because I find the daily pages in the Hobonichi Cousin a little difficult, because you just have here the timeline that only goes halfway, and I don't need the 24-hour timeline. What I need is a timeline that goes the whole page, and then also I need more space in between the times so that I can write in details that happen at the half-hour mark. I also want something that has like a built-in checklist. As you guys can see, you do have that built-in checklist up here, but that is not enough for me. I want something that kind of goes here. So I use the daily pages for project planning and journaling in the Cousin, and I do my main kind of everyday daily in the Daily Duo because it is more structured. So it's the same size, but this has more structured pages. And then with each of the months, you do get obviously a monthly. So here I have all of my dates for my job as an author. So this planner is mostly my main job, my author job, and then the Cousin is for shop. So these kits here are from my shop. I have A5 Daily Duo monthly kits and daily kits. So this one is for January. This is Snowbound. I use the Sophisticate monthly kit for February, and then for March I used the Daisy Love one. So I just went ahead and filled all of that in April. I have the bunny hop so that I can kind of celebrate Easter in that way. I think it's really, really cute. And then since May is Mother's Day, I did use the Cherish kit, which has a Mother's Day theme to it. And then June, since it starts summer, I used the Moonrise Beach monthly kit. So I just have those dates marked in already for me. And then I do have dashboard kits in my shop. They look like this. So this one here actually has like a tracker. I didn't use it because I wanted to journal a bit. We have a to-do list, some sections that you can write in as well. So again, I have those in my shop, or you can use the journaling kits in my shop. And then here are the daily pages. So as you guys can see, I do use the Daily Duo sticker kits in my shop, and I keep it pretty structured. So I have a box here where I write down the event for the day. I have a top 3 section. So these are the top day-specific to-dos that I have for myself. These top 3 things are really important to have for me personally, because these are things that I can't move to another day. So I have to do it on this specific day. So that allows me to see like my most important tasks, and then anything below it is just extra to-dos or tasks that I want to get done. At the bottom here, I utilize it in a bunch of different ways. I will mark down what Happy Mail I got that day, or I will write down what bills are due, my daily spending that day. My word count also goes in here because this is my work planner. I do keep track of that in here so I can track my progress for my book and things like that. And then here, as you guys can see, you have a timeline that is very open. You have the half-hour increments. The timeline actually goes from 6 to 7, and then you have a blank space here at the bottom to fit in anything else past that. So I really, really like this system. This is what it looks like blank. So it's pretty structured already. You do have that calendar there to reference to, and then at the end of the week you do have this blank line page, and here I have been utilizing it like this where I break it up by these sections. So instead of having a weekly overlook, I have come up with these sections that work well for me. So I have this week to read, to clean, to do, social media, to watch, and to review. I am a book reviewer, so this section and this section often go hand in hand. Once I read the book, I have to review it, so that I like to have that list there. I like to have a social media list, so if there are reels that I want to film, videos I want to film for my YouTube channel, or if I'm taking part in like an IG takeover and things like that, I put that in here. I like to keep track of the shows that I watch or want to watch during the week, and then obviously have my chores there. And then this week is basically anything that is big that is happening. All my events go in this section, and then my general to-do list, which is mostly like what book I'm working on or what collections I want to design, things like that. So having that overlook for the week is really nice for me. It's kind of like having like a sidebar at the side of your page. This is how I utilize that section. So basically these pages here, the extra page I use kind of like a sidebar. It just has some little lists for me to glance at so that I can transfer them to the daily pages if I want to. But let me show you a quick flip of my daily pages. They are set up the same every single day. I write my schedule here on the side. I have my events for that day, my top 3, my to-do list, and then my notes for the day. So as you guys can see, sometimes the notes section is a little bit more blank, and that's completely fine. Sometimes I don't have an event that day, so I leave that blank too. I only put in what I have going on. I do put my videos that go up on my YouTube channel in like a box. Anything that's in a box is kind of like more important because my eyes can find it really quickly, so I really like that. And then also what's nice about the daily pages is you have a lot of room. So I have these icon stickers, these character stickers that I've had for a while. I can use the bigger ones in here as well. So I really like that. I will also use the doodle icons and bow icons from my shop, so you can see that appearing here as well. So I do have a more thorough and in-depth flip of this planner that I just posted. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, then check that out on my channel. But yeah, I love this planner. I'm definitely going to be picking it up. Again, I thought about whether or not I wanted to move into the larger size because I could have a little bit more room, but I think the A5 is pretty good for me. I like it. It's not too much room, and I really like having these checklists here on the extra page. As you guys can see, some days are really, really busy. This is the day that I had the Valentine's Day sale in my shop, so it was a really busy day. And then here I've been tracking my progress, my writing progress for my book. So it's been really helpful. I love the paper. I find it quite neat. I discovered that every time I used the Hobonichi Cousin as my daily, the pages would get really crinkled and it would be difficult for me to find things. But I don't have that issue with the Daily Duo. As you guys can see, yeah, my writing gets messy sometimes, but overall, you can see the quality of the paper has been holding up. It doesn't get crinkled. Yeah, this is working for me on all fronts, and it's definitely been able to keep up with me, because that was also another issue that I had with the Cousin and using that as a daily planner, is if I didn't have time to set up the pages, then I felt like I couldn't write in my planner. Whereas this already has, you know, the schedule down for you. You have your list here. So if I want to just have a top 3, you can write that in directly. In a way, it kind of has everything done for you. So you don't have to set it up every day if you don't have the time. So that was something that I was running into often. So now that I have this planner that's very structured, I don't find that I am struggling with that anymore. So yeah, I think I will repurchase this again. I think though I will try out the ring bound one because I do use an A5 ring bound planner in addition to this one because it holds extra stuff that I need for reference for work. So it might be helpful to put my daily pages also in that planner just so that I don't have this plus another planner for work. So I can kind of minimize the amount of planners that I use. So next year or in the coming release, I will probably purchase the ring bound version of the Daily Duo, and that way I can also take out the pages because the spiral does limit me a little bit. So that is my work planner. Those are the first 3 planners that I'm going to be using. And then this is a planner that I did show also in my initial setup. But you guys may remember I was also testing out the Moleskine Daily. I'm going to be using the Moleskine for something different, and I will probably talk about that in a completely different video. But this one is the one that I've chosen to use as my everyday carry now. So this planner is a Hobonichi A6. It is the English version, so it's the black cover. And in here you have a monthly and then you have your daily pages. So there's no weekly in here. And this is also A6 size, which is probably one of my favorite sizes. I really love this size because it is more of like a square page, and I find it really comfortable to write in. The pocket size of the Moleskine was just a little too small. It was a little bit narrow for me, so I found it difficult to write in everything that I needed to in a daily page. But I find that the daily pages here in the Hobonichi really works for me. I like how minimal it is. If you see a blank one, you can see that you have the really large number here. Then you have the day of the week, the month, and then the week number. You also have the lunar calendar. And then in the English version, you get only the 12-hour mark down here, and then like a dinner icon. And I put in my own timeline. I use these date strips. These are from Rose Colored Days. They are foiled ones, and I really like them because they have the half-hour mark. Again, that's really important for me in a timeline. And again, I like that it goes the whole length of the page. So that way I can have, similar to my Daily Duo, a timeline on one side, my top 3 on the other side, and any extra notes. And yeah, there are some times when I have information duplicated in this planner and also my Daily Duo, but I don't ever bring the Daily Duo out. It stays on a stand up like this by my desk. So it's just too heavy and it's just too big. With this one though, I can have the whole year in one book and it fits in my purse. So this is why I like to have it as my everyday carry. With the Daily Duo, you do get the year split into 2, so I don't always have all the information I need on the go with me. In the monthly section, I just put everything that I have going on, appointments, events, holidays, birthdays, all those kind of things go in here. And then I use the daily pages just for things on the go. As you can see, I don't have like a full-on to-do list like I do in my Daily Duo. I just have kind of like my top 3, so I have that on the go with me. So that has been really helpful. I really like it. I can do a very quick flip through, but again, I do have videos already up on my channel for this already, but this is how January turned out. Some stickers from my shop and some washi. This is February. And then we have March. And then for the dailies, in the front section, I kind of just use it as an inbox. And then I have some extra to-dos on some sticky notes. This is a vellum from my shop. And then, yeah, so every single page is pretty much the same. I have my schedule on one side, my top 3, and then my to-do lists. And I have some extra notes sometimes. I do like having a checklist rather than just writing it in. I think it looks a little nicer, but This was in January when I was kind of testing this planner out and trying to get a feel of how I wanted to use it. So you'll see that my style does change a little bit. I've been using the bow icons from my shop as well. And then some extra decos from the kit. I always write what event I have going on that day. This is a little journaling card from my shop again. So it's kind of like a mini version of my daily duo, basically, something that I can take on the go with me and only has like the most important information so that I'm not completely lost when I am out of the house or just not in my office, for example. Maybe I'm in the studio where I'm working on orders. So again, I have my event always at the top, my top threes, my schedule, everything is here at a glance for me to take a look at. So I used a lot of pink in February, as you guys can see, to kind of go with the Valentine's Day theme. And I have also some Plan With Me videos that I started to do in March. So this is March here. Again, I have some to-dos for the month, and then I just have the rest of my daily pages. So yeah, that is how I utilize this planner. And then at the back here, I just have some emergency contacts and a few like password type things. I also have these journaling cards that help me with making my dailies. So I have here, for example, my morning journal routine, midday journal routine, and evening journal routine. And then I have a bunch of stickers and stuff in the pockets. These are the doodle icon stickers from my shop. I like these because they are on the smaller sheets so they can fit nicely in planner pockets. So it's really great. I really love this smaller planner. This A6 size is the perfect planner for me. So now I have my on-the-go planner and then my main like work planner, my desk planner. So yeah, these two work kind of like hand in hand, which I really love. So now we're moving on to my ring bound planners. I have here an A6 rings planner, which is, I told you, one of my favorite sizes. And then I have a brand new edition, which is personal size. I'll talk about that one last. Let's get into the A6 rings. I have done a flip through on this guy already. This is the Vanderspec A6 Touch Me in the color Poussiere. One of my favorite planners. I love this color. It's very calming. It's very easy on the eyes. So I really like it. I may change out the cover for springtime though, because I feel like this is a very like winter and autumnal setup. I do still have some of my winter deco in here. So as you guys can see, it's still kind of wintry. So I may change that out to something that is more springtime, but yeah, I love this setup. I think it's so nice. This is basically my finance planner. So I have a tab here that I just list out all of my expenses for the shop, personal expenses, and then also my income. And I just use a grid paper for it. I don't like using actual inserts for finance planning. I've tried that and for some reason it always throws me off. I'm not able to keep up with it, or I just don't have enough note space to write certain things down. So keeping it on grid paper just works for me. I also have a PR section for the shops that I PR for. I have like a little tracker here. At the front here, I also have a monthly calendar. These are inserts from my shop. And I actually drew these extra lines. It just comes with the one line here. So as you guys can see, and then I just drew these extra lines in here so I can keep track of my books that I review that I have to send into my editor. So I have a due date, the title of the book, when I submitted it, and when it gets posted. And I have the list of the new releases for the books. And then in here, I also keep track of the books that I have to read. So that's what I've been keeping track of here. So I just keep a running list of all those kind of things. And then I just have some lists basically. So my planner lineup, I have my trackers, some shop to-dos in here. This is where I do my weekly review as well. So I keep all of that in there. And then at the back here, I do have a password tracker And then I also have my contacts as well, like an address book. And then also here I have like a running list of some stuff that I purchased from the buy sell trade groups and things like that. So this is mostly finance in here, and then I have my calendar for my reviewing gig. So that is how I have been utilizing this planner. It's nice and compact, so I really love it, and I really like the A6 size. So I think I might actually purchase some more A6 ring bound planners because I can see myself in this size for a very long time. It's definitely one of my favorites. So I'm still using it the same way as the beginning of the year, and I will definitely continue to use it. Like I said, the only thing I may change is the cover and maybe some of the dashboards and deco in here just to make it more spring. So that is my finance planner. And then lastly, I do want to talk about the newest addition to my planner system. This is personal rings. So this is an Auristelle Chloe planner. It's my first and actually my only Chloe planner. Auristelle doesn't do too many personal size. They do have B6 and personal wide, but they don't actually have a huge collection of personal planners. The reason why I chose this planner is because you have the 30mm Krause rings, so they are the best ring mechanisms out there. You get the 2 pen loops. I also really like this feature here where you have the adjustable strap. That's really important for me. I don't necessarily need the back pocket, so I don't mind that this planner doesn't have it. And I also really like the pocket configuration of this planner. Now this planner is not fully set up. I just actually got it a couple of days ago, so I don't even have like all my sections filled in, but this is going to be my new health planner. I have printed out all of these health inserts because I want to use them. The last time I was in personal rings was maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and around that time I was really good at health planning. I had like a health log like this. Let me see if I have a blank one. So I have this insert from Peanuts Planner Co. where I kept track of my health every day, and I also kept track of it for my dog, and I was able to keep track of it every single day. And now that I have some health things going on, I want to get back into health tracking and be a little bit more diligent about it. So I remembered that I had all these kind of health and self-care theme, self-love theme inserts that I have in the personal ring size, and so that is why I am going back to personal rings. Now honestly, personal rings is not my favorite size. I do find it a little narrow for me when I am writing. Like I said, I do prefer wider planners like the A6. I also like B6 and personal wide, but there are these inserts that are from Jasenia Printables that I bought a while ago. They are from her self-care or self-love bundle, and if you guys don't know, she actually closed her shop, and so I'm not able to purchase them in the A6 size, which is a little unfortunate. I should have purchased them when she was closing. But I have printed all those inserts out here, and I have put them in here in an effort to get back into tracking stuff for my health. So yeah, like I said, I have all those inserts in here. I have just started to use it. Only this is actually the first full week. It's only Tuesday today, so this is going to be my first full week in it. But she has like these things where you have like some self-care trackers, you can track your meals, do a reflection and things like that. So I want to get back into that, and hopefully I will have a planner that has all that health information in one place. I also have here her reading log. I am going to be redoing my reading journal TN, so that will be in a different video, but I just want to keep track of the books I read. And then she also has these book review things which I may use before I kind of put that in my reading journal. And then I have a list of books to read and things like that. I also have a shop online order tracker because, again, this is something that I sucked at tracking, so I have those in here in an effort to get back on track. And then I have passwords in here as well. So this is not fully set up yet. Once I do have it set up how I want it, I will be doing a actual flip through of it. But as you guys can see, I have filled it up. I have started using it, and I will let you know how the health tracking ends up going for me. This is really something that I want to focus on and actually have a log of. So hopefully this will help me get back on track with all the healthy habits and things like that. So this is something that's still a work in progress. I am still setting it up, still testing out if these inserts will still work for me, but that is my effort to get back on track for health. I tend to neglect my self-care and my health when I get really busy with work. So because things have really picked up with the shop lately, I just find myself not taking care of myself as well. So hopefully being in this planner will remind me to do all those things so that I can be more productive with my work. But these are both reference style planners. That's why I really like them in rings. Rings are definitely my planner piece. I gravitate to them whenever I don't know what I'm doing, if I get lost, or if I feel a little bit confused about my planner system. I can always trust that a ring bound system will work for me. So these are the current rings that I'm going to be using in the next quarter. And then here I have my two daily planners, my daily duo and my everyday carry. So these work for me really well. Then I have my cousin as my shop planner. And then lastly here, I've had this throughout my video up on a little stand because this is what I use as my YouTube planner. So anytime I am filming a video, this sits like on the side here or on the side here open. This is what I use to plan for this channel. So everything that you see on this channel is planned out in my Hobonichi weeks. I have this gorgeous, gorgeous cover from Chic Barrel. It's one of the newest covers that I just got. This is in the Cody leather in the Cascade Weeks style folio. So it has no strings to it. It just has a place where you can slip in your weeks and you are able to fit it with the cover and cover, which I love. And I do have the Marie weeks here. This is just the regular weeks, but I love this cover. This is probably my favorite cover for the weeks. It's so nice. So this planner here is all for YouTube, like I mentioned. I use the monthlies to keep track of the videos that I upload. As you guys can see, I did do Planmas for December, so I uploaded a video a day. This was my second year of doing it. And then, as you guys can see, I just write down all of the videos that I upload in the monthly. So that is how the first quarter looks like. I don't decorate it, but I may go back and do that. And then in the weeklies, I have done Plan With Me videos in this planner as well. I actually did it quite a lot last year, so if you guys want to check those out. But I have here my events on one side, my day-specific to-dos on the column here, and then any lists. So a this week list, to film list. So that is how I have been utilizing this planner here. I started using these kits that I had left over, but I don't like this style, honestly. I much prefer just using deco and just a little bit of washi. So this style for me is better for me rather than using these type of kits. I don't really like those. I feel like this works better. So I've been using the deco sheets. They look like this in my shop, and then I just add washi. So this is where I plan out what days I want to film, what videos I want to film when, and things like that. And then at the back here in the notes section, in the beginning I wanted to use this as my reading journal, but I have since changed it. So I'm using a TN now for my reading journal, so I'm no longer using it. At the beginning of the year I did set it up, but I'm not going to be continuing this. I did also try writing my reviews in here. So as you guys can see, I did some of that. I didn't like that in here, so again, I moved that, but I did it for a while. And then I have some notes for my books here. And then I also have like a list of some of my planners. So like my Chic Sparrow collection, some of my Auristelle collection, which I never finished. I need to continue that list here. So I left some space to do that because I have like a lot of Auristelle planners. And then I have a planner system here. So I'm just going to be using this for any notes that I want to take on my YouTube videos, whether that's scripting something out or just keeping track of something. And then I just have a bunch of stickers that I can use in here. So I like using the deco sheets from my shop to decorate my planner. But I also have some kits here that people have given me or I've purchased in the past. So like these ones, these are foiled, which are really pretty, but I don't know if I like this format of sticker kit. But yeah, and then I also have the script stickers that I use. These are all from my shop. So if you guys are interested in these stickers from my shop, you guys can use the code SAVE10 to save 10% off. But this holds all the kind of like behind the scenes stuff for my YouTube channel in here. And I like it because it's nice and compact too. So I do film in a different location, so I have to take this with me. So I put all my planners that I'm going to film in one bag, my Original Cloud Tote and this planner. So yeah, that is my entire system. So I have my Hobonichis here. I have my Daily Duo. I have my rings here too. So these are the planners that I'm going to be using in the second quarter. Hopefully these all work for me, especially some of the newer planners that I'm going to be setting up and using. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions, you can leave them down below. I will try to put down all of my PR codes and coupon codes down below for you guys. But if you guys are interested in any of the stickers or the printables from my shop, don't forget to use the code SAVE10 to save 10% off of your order. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.